because you got to understand that when my relationships were like this, but I retreated out of anger. And I didn't even retreat to the red pill. I just retreated to what we call now on my own way. I just say, you know what, man, let me focus on myself. Let me focus on my trucking business. Let me focus on getting healthy. Let me just focus on me. Like screw the rest of the world. Screw these women. That was my demeanor. That what was coming out of my pores. Now the crazy thing happened, man.
Is it not written in your law that ye are gods? You understand what I'm saying? So it just depends on what level you own based on, whether you're human or whether you're immortal.
At ease, brothers. Got an interesting question on my last video, man, from a brother named Spencer is the name 566. And Spence said, so did you feel desperate with women after going into the red pill? I feel like ever since I found it, it's made relationships with women way more difficult. Can you speak on this at all? Now, I can say a lot of things, man, about the red pill. You know, I can talk about having graduated from the real red pill. I can talk about how I feel like certain portions of that community I use the word toxic. But one thing I can't say about the red pill, man, is that it hurt me with women. One thing I can't say about the red pill is that it was one thing that helped me get a following to start a YouTube channel, man. So I'll give credit to the red pill where credit is due. And I'll say when it comes to women, Brother Spence, I had the opposite effect. Man, because you gotta understand, for me, before red pill, brother, my game was at 0. Now I always say that I'm a brother that has no game, and that's my game. But I'll say it like this: my opportunities with women, my ability to get women was at an all-time low. And it's not that I was a lame guy. Back in the days, you know, back when I was young, brother, I had, you know, ladies. I was cool. I was swagged up. That wasn't an issue. But you gotta understand, brother got married. Brother was married for a decade. One woman. You know, I could lose a lot of that. You know, having to worry about what the streets is doing. So when I became single again and started trying to date, started trying to holler at women, started trying to approach women, brother, my game was at 0. Like women that I knew I could get, women that I knew was quote unquote were in my league. My game was 0, man. It got to the point where I was shooting at like 2s, brother. You know, and I hate putting people on a scale from 1 to 10, but brother, I was shooting at the bottom of the barrel and just getting conversation from women at the bottom of the barrel, man. So you got to understand that before I even heard about red pill, my game, and this is just a small window of time during my life, you know, just a small, like my game was 0, bro. And I can remember, man, just having no clue what women desire. I had no clue, man. I talked about in a video, man, probably a couple of years ago. I was talking about my best friend, man, Lane that came into town, bro. And this is well before he was married. This was decades, you know. And Lane came into town, bro, and it was like I hadn't seen him in a long time, man. He was like, hey, man, meet me at this spot at the club. You know, we hooked up at this sports bar type joint. And Lane, my brother Lane, came to the spot with 2 women. Right? He came to the spot with 2 women and still left with the baddest chick that was in the club. I'm gonna say it again, man. The brother came, and I ain't talking about BFFs. My brother came with 2 women and still got game from the baddest chick in the spot. Right? And I can remember, man, that whole night, brother, I'm gonna tell you, man, I was on some lame stuff, bro. I can remember women were walking by and I was just like, hey, how you doing? Let me buy you a drink. You know, like just pretty much begging for attention as a youngster, bro. And I can remember I called my boy up, man. I called him up some days later, man. I said, bro, you know, in the spot the other day, man, what were you saying to these women? I saw you talking to these women, man. They were just going crazy over you. What were you saying to them, bro? Like, give me the game. Apparently, I ain't missing something, right? And the brother was just like, I don't know, man. I'm just talking to him. Looking back on what he was saying now, I fully understand what he was saying. Because then I didn't get it. I was almost adding like, bro, no, give me the keys to the kingdom. And what he was saying, man, I was pretty much just being myself, right? Now, fast forward to me being introduced to red pill, because you got to understand that when my relationships were like this, but I retreated out of anger. I didn't even retreat to the red pill. I just retreated to what we call now on my own way. I just said, you know what, man, let me focus on myself. Let me focus on my trucking business. Let me focus on getting healthy. Let me just focus on me. Like screw the rest of the world. Screw these women. That was my demeanor. That what was coming out of my pores. Now, the crazy thing happened, man. And of course, all this happened when I started getting into the red pill content. The craziest thing happened, man. Pretty much all of these women that I was trying to shoot my shot at just weeks or maybe a month and a half before, these women were calling me up now. These women were hitting me up in my Facebook inbox. These women were ringing my line up. I was the same brother, same income, same weight, looked the same swag. The only thing that changed, brother, that all my energy and focus had gone toward myself. That was the only thing that changed. And that really came from really, again, focusing on myself, but communicating and talking about things and fellowshipping with brothers that were in the same energy. Like, you know what? Let's just focus on us, man. Like, yeah, we see women over there, but let's focus on us being us. You have to understand, man, that's, and I'm, I could say this in a million words. That's really what women are attracted to. Not men looking the other way, but when a man is focused on himself and his grind and puts himself first, but it stirs something else. It stirs something up in a woman. Now that I'm older, I can tie that to the hypergamy of a woman, and it all makes sense now. But back then, I didn't understand it. And most guys, and like when you say you're having a challenge with women, I'm assuming you're talking about a challenge with getting women. Like what most guys don't understand is like there is no challenge with women. Because for a man to have a challenge with women means that he's looking at women, means that he's focusing on women, means that he's out hunting for women. So there's no such thing as really, brother, having a challenge with women, because to have a challenge with women or have an issue with women means you're not looking forward. I put this on everything I know, man. The moment you look forward and say, you know what, let me just focus on being single. Let me just focus on embracing my now, embracing my movement forward. Of course, this mission would be wonderful to have a woman as my helpmate. Of course, on the weekends, it might get a little lonely. I'd rather have some close up on me, watching a little Netflix or go out and have some dinner. Of course, I'd rather do all that. But let me focus on myself. You have to understand that something is going to happen, man. And it's not something that's going to take weeks or months to take place. The moment you do that and the moment you fully embrace that energy, brother, the same woman that you saw behind the cash register at McDonald's yesterday, that same woman is going to see you different. She's not even going to understand what it is. She gonna say, dang, this brother still got the same dusty jeans on, the same old clothes, same dirty shoes. But for some reason, I'm kind of feeling this vibe today. Like, I don't know why. Because you're speaking something you're speaking to that hypergamous trait inside of her now. You're speaking to something inside of her that she has no control over. Just by you walking in your own truth. Just by you walking in your own I am. Just by you loving yourself. I'm gonna tell you this, man. Of course it's nice to have certain things that draw women in or get the attention of a woman up front. Having a nice crib, having a nice apartment to bring her to, having a nice clean car, having a nice clean, outfit. Of course the woman gonna see that and say, you know what, I'm feeling this brother. But once she gets to know you, she's gonna be looking for something deeper than that. So you might as well just lead with that. You might as well just lead with, hey man, my shoes might not be the cleanest. I might not have on the Balenci's or the whatevers. I might just have on some New Balance and some regular jeans, a regular black tee, white tee. But if you walk into that truth, they gonna see past all that, bro. They gonna see past all of it, man. It's the craziest thing, though. So to answer that question, man, it was the opposite for me. Once I embraced the red pill, Like that's really when I started to understand women. The red pill is really what amplified me learning my masculinity. You know what I'm saying? Understanding how I'm supposed to move, understanding how I'm supposed to navigate. You know what I'm saying? And you got to understand this too. Another thing that makes a man really not have an issue with women, like I'll be honest, man, until a woman is in my circle, like, and I won't really say until a woman is 100, like if I'm in a committed relationship. I'm not saying it has to get to that point, but if I'm just entertaining a woman, like DM and we talking on the phone, like just getting to know each other, or we met each other out and we sending a few texts, at that point, bro, I'm telling you this, I still really don't care. Now, you know, I still really don't care about. It's still really about me. Like until she's in that circle where it's like, you know what, like I rocks with you now. Like you own a team now. Like you in the circle now. I really don't care. Like my time, my space, my energy, what I'm doing, where I'm going, it's still about me. And to be honest, man, looking back, that's still a trait that really attracts women, man. I'm gonna tell you, contrary to popular belief, man, contrary to what Disney and a lot of what these movies have taught y'all, man, the catering to a woman is what repels her at a certain stage. You shouldn't cater to a woman or treat a woman a certain way or give her privileges or accept her entitlement attitude. None of that stuff has anything to do with you until she's in your circle. When a woman is in your circle and on your team, now she gets this treatment. Now she gets the massages. Now she gets the dinners that may cost a few $100s. Now she gets the trip. Hell, now she gets the conversation. Up to that point, brother, man, a woman shouldn't even be able to, just because you meet a woman, just because you DM a woman, just because you met out at the party, a day party, y'all had a good conversation, now she got your phone number. A woman shouldn't be able to just call you up on the fly like that. If that, I'm gonna tell you this, bro. I'm gonna tell you that y'all, and I don't want to sound like some jerk. A lot of y'all give a lot of women too much flexibility. A lot of y'all give a lot of women too much inside of your world before she's earned it. And I'm saying it because I'm guilty of it. I've done it before. But now I understand how it's hurt me in the past. Like when a woman like I said it some videos ago, you got to check a woman. You don't check her at the front door. You check her at the front gate. Like you keep her way out there until you understand who she is. A woman should just be able to pick. You just meet a woman. A woman should not be able to just pick her phone up and call you. Hey, what you doing, big head? It's like, bro, just call me? To just call me on the fly? Like you gotta be in my circle to just call me like that. You gotta know me. You might want to keep hitting me in the DM or text me or tell me, hey, you gonna be free around so and so, but to just call me. So I said that to say, man, you have to stop caring about a woman until she. I'm not saying treat a woman bad by no means, but stop giving her that privilege until she's earned it, man. Until she's shown that she's worthy of that, bro. And I'm telling you, just having that energy, just having that demeanor, just being that kind of man, brother, you'll never have a challenge with women. Never. It'll be non-existent. It'll no longer exist having a challenge with women, man, because you'll always have women that desire that character, that desire that masculinity. So in the grand scheme of things, to answer your question, brother, like again, I'll say certain things about the red pill. I'll say that, you know what, the red pill, you know, a lot of brothers ride that red pill train too long. But at the same time, I've said the red pill is important. Red pill university is needed because it takes men that are going downhill, that are in that state, man, where they don't understand certain aspects of life. They don't understand certain aspects of women. And it'll turn that train around and get them headed back toward the right direction. Tap it into their masculinity. Tap it into their I am, man. You know, tap it into that self-love, right? But I'm gonna tell you, man, once you start walking in that correct light, that correct energy, standing on your square, problems with women will be non-existent, brother.